Welcome, everyone.
Hello, hello.
But today we're reading lesson 209. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. That's what we practice every day now. I feel the love of God within me now. The love of God is what created me. The love of God is everything I am. The love of God proclaimed me as his son. The love of God within me sets me free. I am not the body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I feel the love of God within me now. So let's relax. Deep within. To invite the experience of the love of God. The love of God created me. The love of God is what I am, because I am not a body. I am free. So when you're ready, you can come out of the meditation. I was inspired to look up the collaborative venture of awakening. Salvation is a collaborative venture. It cannot be undertaken successfully by those who disengage themselves from the sonship, because they are disengaging themselves from me, Jesus says. God will come to you only as you will give him to your brothers. God will come to you when you give him to your brothers. Learn first of them, and you will be ready to hear God. That is because the function of love is one. That is because the function of love is one. So learn of your brothers and you will be ready to hear God. That's the collaborative venture of salvation. He's also saying that healing is a collaborative venture, which is another way of talking about it. He's saying healing doesn't come from anyone else. The guidance you must accept guidance from within. The guidance must be what you want, or it will be meaningless to you. That is why healing is a collaborative venture. I can tell you what to do, but you must collaborate by believing that I know what you should do. Saying I can tell you what to do, but you must collaborate by believing that I know what you should do. Only then will your mind choose to follow me. Without this choice, you could not be healed because you would have decided against healing, and this rejection of my decision for you makes healing impossible. So it's a clear call from Jesus to listen to spirit within and trust. Trust the guidance that you hear. Believing that he knows what you should do. You must collaborate by believing that I know what you should do. That's a good one. Because this is a journey of undoing what the ego wants you to do, what the personal little self is believing is best. That's a statement of not believing in spirit, not believing that spirit knows what you should do. So the choice, is talking about choice there. This is from The Gift of Freedom, chapter 8, part 4, paragraph 4. There's a choice to follow him. It takes a little willingness, and then it will probably feel less and less like a choice, more like a natural flow. And this collaborative venture of salvation, he talks about in different ways. He says somewhere else, you cannot hear the Holy Spirit in yourself alone. He's saying you cannot hear the voice for God in yourself alone because you are not alone. He's saying even this, you will not know the trust I have in you unless you extend it. You will not know the trust I have in you unless you extend it. You will not trust the guidance of the Holy Spirit or believe that it is for you unless you hear it in others. It must be for your brother because it is for you. Would God have created a voice for you alone? Could you hear his answer except as he answers all of God's sons? Hear of your brother what you would have me hear of you. For you would not want me to be deceived. I love you for the truth in you as God does. It's beautiful. And he's also saying, if you make the mistake of looking for the Holy Spirit in yourself alone, your thoughts will frighten you, because by adopting the ego's viewpoint, you're undertaking an ego alien journey with the ego as guide. This is bound to produce fear. Delay is of the ego because time is its concept. Both time and delay are meaningless in eternity. This is from the Guide to Salvation, chapter 5, section 3, paragraph 4 again. And it starts that paragraph by saying, the voice of the Holy Spirit is weak in you. That is why you must share it. The Holy Spirit's voice is weak in you. That is why you must share it. It must be increased in strength before you can hear it. I hear something in this message. It's powerful. It talks about intention. To have the intention of following the Holy Spirit, of finding it within and sharing it. That's how it strengthens in your own mind. It takes honesty. It takes this, self-exploration. See where and when you would not follow it. Where and when would you want to follow the ego instead? And make another choice there. So you must share it to strengthen it in yourself. If you say, oh, I never hear the Holy Spirit, then you must share the Holy Spirit. You must come from the intention of wanting the truth. It's not magically going to just fall down on you somehow. It's coming from your intention. The mind is so powerful that way. It's impossible to hear it in yourself while it is so weak in your mind. It is not weak in itself, but it is limited by your unwillingness to hear it. If you make the mistake of looking for the Holy Spirit in yourself alone, your thoughts will frighten you, because by adopting the ego's viewpoint, you're undertaking an ego alien journey with ego as guide. So if you make the mistake of looking for the Holy Spirit in yourself alone, your thoughts will frighten you. Many people do that. That's why we have lessons like, I am among the ministers of God, and I trust my brothers who are one with me. Because many people say they have trust issues and they don't want to trust in anyone else but themselves. But that's listening to the ego, because the voice will feel weak. I think I'm thinking of this because we're watching Yesterdays in Heaven. There's a lot of joining in that movie. They don't really, I would say they don't really know what they're doing, but they are seeking joining. The choir leader is like for the first time in his life, he's leading a little choir, and he has never done that. And his intention is joining for people to feel the love of God in their hearts. Is his intention. So he uses whatever means for joining, lots of expression and parties. Yeah, I think it can look in so many ways. There is no one way that is the right way, because it's about the intention. So that's what I felt to share. If anyone has anything strong that you want to explore or express, we can take time for that. Jonas.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Yesterday after we went to the center and nobody came, and we were both in peace with that, actually. And then we had an upset, and I don't know how I can share this and really be most helpful, not do it as a story, because it feels like the story is important. And maybe we should have a call, me and you guys and Vanessa instead.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say now that she don't want to talk to me since yesterday, and I couldn't sleep this night, and it feels terrible.
Mm. Mm. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, if there's anything more you feel to just say now, just as a prayer for healing. Just say what you were going to say.
Okay. Well, we just, it was actually this thought about people pleasing with the food has been up for me. And I felt that we had some leftover, and even though we had been eating it 2 times, then I was kind of actually trying to people please a little bit and say, maybe we are done with that food now. Maybe we should make it more interesting with some salad and some potatoes. And then suddenly she said, I'm gonna have a sandwich with ham and cheese. And in my mind, I was like, oh, okay. I was a little angry that she just chose, but at the same time, I also felt like she doesn't ask for much. So, okay, fair enough. Let's go with that. So we went there, and then she went to the most expensive place in the whole supermarket, where they sell everything fresh and where there was no price. And I was panicking. I could see, okay, I was just saying, can we go and look at, what it costs there? And she was just, no, I want this and I want this. And I could see the anger. And in my perception, it was not about, I didn't want to give her the food. It was more about that state of mind that I perceived, like, you are so, you are so, boom, I want that, boom, I want that. And I just you know, I couldn't hide my anger. And then at some point she just said, you know what, this doesn't feel good anymore. You always have a problem when I ask for the food I want. You know what, I just go home now. And then she just left in the middle of the supermarket, and I was like, come on, Vanessa, can we talk about this? And she just left. And since then, you know, so I just feel like, you know, I feel like I know that I have some shit about food, and I know that, you know, I just feel guilty. I just feel guilty. And at the same time, I can also see that yesterday I was peaceful enough to, I wanted to give her what she wanted. And I was also just like, can we talk about it? It was not feeling good that she was just being like, boom, boom. So I feel overwhelmed, and I feel a little bit unfairly treated, but also very guilty.
Yeah, and I feel that the guilt comes from believing in personal ownership, because you say you give her, and she doesn't ask for much, and you give her, you know. And I think there is where the guilt comes in. You believe that Jonas is providing. So I think this is where you can practice to really give over the money that you have to the Holy Spirit. And you have two things. You have the money issue, and in this case, it sounds like the money issue is what's up, but then you have also the opinions around the food, you know, what you and her should eat. So both of those. And what I feel the practice is, keep thine eye single. Let thine eye be single. Stick to the Holy Spirit. Don't really monitor the form, but follow guidance. It is take in how it feels, you know, but it's that fear-based is Jonas money. That's the big problem, in the sense that it's fear.
But it was also just the sense that we couldn't talk about it, because, for example, another day we was out on the restaurant, and I had also been like very with the money, and like, let's have a tapa for €2 each. And then we ended up praying about it, and it felt like, so it's not like I'm always like that. I just feel like I need to feel that we are talking about it. But yeah, I definitely believe it's my money still. And I also still have some opinions about food. That's true.
And you can explore ways. Maybe you can pray, join, talk it through, and explore how it can feel more shared money.
Yeah. But the biggest fear now is the fear of losing her, really, and the belief that if I lose her, I'm just fucked, because I can see how happy I am when I'm around her, and I can see how miserable I am when I'm not. So in that,
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. Okay. Love you all. Love you, Francois. Bye.
Bye, everyone.